What's going on, my guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am Garrett with Game by the Beach. Very excited to be here with you today because we have gotten another little sneak peek of the update to come. So if you guys didn't know, we already made a video on the new legendary unit as well as the update for clans that's coming out beginning of next week. It should be out Monday, I believe. But we have now officially gotten not only what the legendary card looks like and what it does, we actually have some footage of it being played in live action. So let's check that out right now, and then we can start talking about it. So here we go, jumping into it. I was sent this video this morning from the devs, and it's really, really cool. I have seen it one time, and check it out. So they're running a mirror matchup right now, both running Dryad, Harlequin, Pretzel Thrower, Blade Dancer, is that what it's called? Blade Dancer and Knight Statue. So if you guys weren't aware of what the Blade Dancer does, okay, you can see that it is a single target unit, targets the first monster, much like most of the units. But the big thing is that it has its ability, what is it? Increased attack speed or something, when it's not connected to another Blade Dancer. So as if you're running Knight Statue, right, you know the squares to where the Knight Statue is connected to a unit to where it actually is getting that buff, right? So same exact thing with Blade Dancer, except that you don't want it next to one of those units. And you can see it, how they're playing this in a really cool manner, and it's actually really cool how they play this with Knight Statue. It just makes it's a totally new concept in the game. So you can see right here, they're actually doing pretty good damage. I was trying to think of the best comparison unit type that I could make. In the beginning, it almost looks like an archer or like a Boreas or something, maybe more similar to an archer or something. But as you level it up, it almost seems more like an engineer. But look at this, guys, there's even Wi-Fi bar. You guys thought that there's only Wi-Fi bars happen to you. There's lag and Wi-Fi issues to the actual film that the devs gave me. I mean, that's kind of funny to me. But you can see right here, they're really trying to make sure that they're spacing out their units. And if they do have two Blade Dancers actually next to each other, they immediately combine out so that you don't have them next to each other. So you can see them right there, right? There's two next to each other. They're like highlighted. They'll combine out. And look at the attack speed difference, okay? It was like double the attack speed if they're by themselves rather than if you have one next to each other. And they light up kind of like engineers. So it is kind of like lining them up with engineers, but you're trying to space them out properly. One other thing, I don't know if you were able to hear it or not, but I think there's a new like instrumental that plays when a boss comes. I don't know if that's new, but I definitely heard it the first time, and I'll try to watch for it again when the next boss comes. But I mean, when the update comes, clans, new legendary card, there's gonna be some balancing changes. Okay, everybody wants balancing changes, haven't liked the recent ones, wants new ones, whatever it might be. There are going to be new balancing changes because there's always new ones every update whenever they put out new cards. But check out how it's going right now. If you look at the top of the screen, the level 3 Blade Dancer is doing work right now. All right, so that's the big difference right now. You can see at the bottom of my screen, we do have a level 3 Harlequin, but it doesn't make any sense to turn it into a Blade Dancer because there's one right there. So you would have to combine that other one out. So that's kind of the idea that's really, really interesting. In my eyes, it's almost like a combination of Thunderer as well as Engineer because it attacks like Engineer. You get a buff of attack speed like Engineer. But it seems like if you go from rank 1 to rank 2 and then rank 3 to rank 4, it ramps up really high, as if you remember when we used to play Thunderer and like rank 1, 2 kind of stunk, and then rank 3, 4 Thunderer was like super effective. And I think that's kind of where we're at. So we got Puppeteer. Let's try and listen to the instrumental and see if it was just me the first time I heard it, or if they actually did change what it sounds like when there's a boss. I didn't hear anything that time. I didn't hear any. I definitely feel like I heard something the first. Maybe it's only the first boss, or I don't know what it is. But here we go. We're trying to take out Puppeteer. And obviously it looks like the guy on the bottom is moving, but it really does take a good amount of strategy. It's a pretty cool card. So there are a lot of cool cards in this game. Like, obviously, like, right, everybody agrees with that. Inquisitor is really cool. Crystalmancer is really cool. I mean, there's a million cards out there that's really cool. Sentry, whatever. If they're effective and if they can actually win games is a different story, right? So the Blade Dancer, love the concept, ramping up in different ways. You got to space it out in different ways. If you're running it with Knight Statue, it makes it even more difficult to get it next to each other or whatever. I think the best combination with this card would be another damage unit, so that like in between the spaces left for Blade Dancer will be another damage unit, another support unit, or something like that. But if Blade Dancer doesn't do enough damage, even when you're playing it properly, it's not going to be in the meta, right? So it's not really necessarily based on how well you play it. It's based on how well the card is balanced if you are playing it correctly. So I'm really going to be interested. All right, you guys can see it here. The guy at the top is going ham. Like, the guy at the top is really taking these guys out very well. You can see it's getting right to the end of the board. Oh, we're still alive. 13 seconds. Oh, I don't know if we can survive for 13 seconds. He's going to hit me with a thumbs up. It looks like we are going to lose. Well, it's not. It's not we, but yeah, that is the first look at the Blade Dancer, and it looks really, really cool. It's always a little bit interesting when you see these sneak peeks, because obviously you're going Blade Dancer versus Blade Dancer. It would be interesting to see it go up against Engineer. It would be interesting to see it go up against like a normal Inquis deck, because the top guy, who I think ran it a little bit better, and I really do think ranking up the Blade Dancer and having it spaced out like that is the best way to go about it. It was doing a lot of damage. But with that being said, it was also going up against another Blade Dancer deck, so it's kind of hard to tell. But let me know what you guys think of this new legendary unit. I'm super excited about the unit, as well as the new update that's coming out, and of course, clans. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will check you guys out in tomorrow's video.